President Trump just came out and said, he beat me by, 15 million. Do you really think if you were to ask Obama that Joe Biden would have 15 million votes than him? And the only states that the African-American vote was, the only states that the dramatic victory was big was, the 7 states that mattered. All the other states, the numbers were usual to what Obama would have done. Do you think we're going to find out what happened with election in 2020?
I think that the elections need to be cleaned up. Absolutely. I think that they've started to put that out, at least with ODNI and the Russiagate kind of presenting the platform for that. But I do think that there's other issues with election law reform. And then you also have the issue of illegals, et cetera. I mean, Dinesh D'Souza did a great movie on this where they were showing basically people dropping off baggies of ballots, all of that. Historically, there has been issues with elections. We know Kennedy notoriously was marked with that.
Chicago, the mayor.
It was the mob.
Right. The mayor.
It was the mob. But it's, with what President Trump does, there's always, he has a unique way of being able to be like, do you really believe that? And I'm sorry, but I don't believe that Biden got more votes than Obama. I just don't. I don't think Obama believes that.
What is the most likeliest of we going to get to the bottom of any of these? If you were to say 9/11, 2020, Epstein, COVID, RFK, MLK, JFK, which one we're going to find out for a fact in the next 3 years what happened?
Probably JFK. And I say that because we've had so much come out, especially with this.
So JFK
and the declassification.
Which is least likely? Come on, Anna.
Probably 9/11 and probably Epstein. And the reason I say that is because and we've been trying to already reach out to people like some of the families of 9/11 that were involved in suing. And even just the stuff that we were told about what the families, they said like the FBI had former knowledge, that they intentionally weren't, giving information over to the families, and that the families actually received information from British intelligence in regards to 9/11. All of that to say that it's just me, our task force members, depending on what they can allocate time for. Because remember, we're doing this in addition to everything else we have going on in Washington, and there's a lot.
Oh, I know. You guys are very busy.
So this is in addition to that, and then we only have 2 oversight staffers that are assigned to this. So we then have to rely on the good graces of the agencies, declassifying authorities. I will say this. Right now with Director Radcliffe at the CIA, he has done what no other CIA director has done in U.S. history in regards to these files, and handing over specifically pertaining to JFK, MLK, and RFK, stuff that the previous directors and agencies hid from the American people. So Director Radcliffe, a lot of people don't know his background, but he was actually a member of Oversight, and then he became the ODNI, and then he became the CIA director. Kash Patel was a staffer on Oversight, became a advocate for the president, et cetera, and then moved into the FBI director position. So these people do get their start kind of working these investigations, but also Radcliffe had also pushed for transparency on the origins of COVID-19. So it just is a matter of time to when we can get through it. But we've been making great progress on the JFK stuff. So a lot of people are like, well, what's the historical significance of this? Why? And it's like the American people deserve to know the truth. And if you don't have accountability for that, then ultimately you can't hold future agencies accountable. And the flush has already begun within the intelligence communities. You saw when President Trump got elected, there was actually an article, I think it came out from CNN, that had said the 7th floor of the CIA is concerned about former disgruntled employees selling state secrets, which is also known as espionage, because they don't like the Trump administration. And you're seeing different intelligence agents quietly being dismissed from the FBI, et cetera, because of the fact that they're either undermining, stonewalling, or in some instances destroying evidence, as we've seen. So I think that there's a lot of that, but all that to say, instead of complaining about it on the internet and going on X and saying how shitty Congress is, do something about it, run for office, get involved, but do not just complain about it, because if you are, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, I mean, that kudos to you, because you're actually doing that. Have you gotten a call from anybody to say, hey, Anna, we love you, we like you, you're a future star, you're doing great things, leave this story alone?
Which one?
I will let you answer that one. Has anyone called you and said, just the fact that you say which one, that means you've gotten a call. Well, let me ask it this way. Have you gotten a call about JFK saying, leave this one alone?
No, I get a lot of inquiries, though, as to how the hell I got the documents. That's like a big one. People were like, how did you
That's crazy.
Get the documents from Russia? And it started with a phone call. And I met with them, and I was the first member of Congress. It was me, Andy Ogles, and Eric Burleson. They were the only ones that would come with me. The first member of Congress from since the 90s that met with the Russian ambassador. And because I support what President Trump is doing in regards to peace, I'm also going to be meeting with the special envoy to the president of Russia to discuss peace. That's not, like a lot of people try to just brand me as like some idiot, and I'm not. And so that's fine. They can roll with that. But
who says that though? Who?
I think it's just the left likes to try to paint me as like some like MAGA idiot, but I'm not. And so it's okay. They can lean into that because I'm actually making moves. It's fine. But on the flip side, you actually have, this real implication that if we are able to secure a peace deal, that's a multi-trillion-dollar trade deal that's going to drastically help everyone in the world, but especially the people of this country.
And I know you also nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I did.
The whole thing. I saw that as well. So.
I did. And even specifically on the Gaza-Israel issue, actually, I just got this sent to me. I'll read it. This actually was just posted in regards to Eric Cortellessa, who's a Time Magazine reporter. He said, during my latest interview with President Trump, he made clear to Netanyahu the consequences if he capitulates to extremists in his coalition and moves to annex the West Bank. Israel would lose all of its support from the United States if that happened. So President Trump, a lot of people have tried to say that he's controlled, and he is not. And when people do that, that is such a cop-out response because, well, look at what he's doing. He is holding people accountable. No other president's been able to do that. So, I trust him more in foreign policy than any other member of Congress and any other, pundit or
I do as well. And by the way, that's big. That was just announced right now?
Yeah, I'll show you. It's you can pull it up right now and you should show it to your viewers. It's on EricCortellessa. Yep, right there, first one. That's just posted. Go down. There you go.
That one?
Yep.
During my latest interview with President Trump, he made it clear to Netanyahu the consequence if he capitulates to extremists in his coalition and moves to annex
the West Bank.
The West Bank, Israel would lose all of its support. I love that. I love that.
But that's what I'm saying. So many people were advocating for this peace deal not to work out and trying to say that he's controlled. And it's like, they are not the ones. It's like that famous poem, The Man in the Arena. They're not there. They're not seeing the backroom conversations and discussions. And this is the type of foreign policy we need. Yeah. Accountability.
So did anybody call you, tell you, leave Epstein alone?
I definitely got chirped at. But I also, too, know that at the end of the day, I have to be able to answer for my decisions in Congress to God. And so I will continue to push for transparency on that. And I, to be clear, have been the only member of Congress that did it.
Did Pam Bondi call you, tell you leave this one alone?
No, Pam Bondi did not call me.
Okay.
But it is interesting that when this became politically convenient, how it quickly was aimed to smear the president, when in actuality, he was probably the cleanest politician involved in all this.
But
and not involved in the sense that he was directly, but related to it.
After 2 years of working on this, we have finally pulled it off. And let me tell you what it is. Every time we do the Vol Conference, if you've attended, you know this. I stand up and I speak for probably 45 hours is what I do at the Vol Conference. And I love it. I love being around the guys. I love it. But I wear the Ferragamo shoes when I do this. Or I wear some kind of dress shoes. Eventually, for the last 25 years, I've always been on stage walking around. I'm like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of it. I want a shoe that I'm comfortable wearing. And here's what I love. I don't like shoes that are so heavy. That's a dumbbell. You can use it as a weapon. I don't want that. Like the Xenia, you carry it. I have so many of them, but they're so heavy. Like you can literally curl the Xenia, the shoes, and you'll get a pump within 30 reps. And I wanted the combination of the Hoka, the On Cloud, the Super Foam, because there's a big thing going on right now with the Super Foam where the bottom of the shoe, you wear it. You know which ones I'm talking about, the On Cloud or the Hokas, right? They're so comfortable. And I said, what if we take luxury and then combine it with the super comfort? What would that look like? And let's build it in Italy. So what do? We went to Italy. We designed the shoe in Florida. We made the shoe in Italy in five of the factories. We went back and forth, God knows how many times. And by the way, the shoes we're about to launch and introduce to you right now, where you're going to see the video for the first time, I've been wearing those shoes for the last 22 days straight. I'm wearing them right now. I literally wear it with suits. I wore it yesterday when we went to lunch. I wear it every single day. It's the most comfortable shoes I have, yet it's authentic Italian leather wrap. If you don't mind playing the video, go for it. Here's the video of the latest shoe, the FLBs. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. Boom. There you go. Designed in Florida, 100% made in Italy. 50 hands touch each shoe that was made. And here's what's unique about it. I want to kind of show this to everybody that knows this. And I've worn pretty much every one of these shoes. So if you compare this, the Italian leather, of course, it's made in Italy. It's not assembled, made in China, assembled in Italy, 100% made in Italy, assembled in Italy. It's FLBs, Berluttis, which are 1840, Ferragamos are $895, Zennias are $1190, and Gucci's are $950. Leather premium lining, all of them except for Gucci. Laceless feature, it's the FLBs, the Berluttis, you have laces, Ferragamos laceless, and then you have also the Zennias, and then the Gucci's have the laces. I don't want to wake up in the morning, put laces on. I want to get out the house. Took me 3 seconds to put my shoes on today. Craftsman, 5 different Italian factories all made this shoe. Berluttis are the same as us, as well as FLB. But the only shoe, these trainers, the only one in the world today, according to the factories that told me this in Italy, that has the super foam, the only one that has the same super foam used in the On Clouds and the Hokas, it's the FLBs, and they're officially out, and you can place the order. Here's a challenge. We only have 1,000 of these pairs. And when you say 1,000 of these pairs, they start from size, I believe, is it 8? It goes 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 13. Those are the sizes that we have. And the shoes that you can get today, the colors, you have access to, Rob, if you can go back there, you can have access to those browns, which is absolutely beautiful. And by the way, the brown on the bottom, the stitching on the side is a left stitching. If you can change the picture, and on the bottom it says the future looks bright. Look at the white lines on the side. It's beautiful. The only ones we have right now that you can get sent out today are the black and the browns. If you do want the white to pre-order, I would highly recommend you do so. They're going to come out the second week of December. So the white and the navy blue comes out the second week of December. The browns and the blacks are available. If you believe the future looks bright as much as we do, go place the order. There's nothing like sitting in the boardroom with your trainers and you put your feet over your knee and people look at the bottom of your shoe and it says future looks bright. That's how you get deals done. All right, so they're out. I'm excited to announce it, and I'm very happy for people to go sport it. When you get them, take pictures, send it our way. We're going to show all these shoes, all the pictures that are being taken. I already got a bunch of them sent to me on Instagram. Go to vtmerch.com, place your order. It's all over the website. Maybe buy it for your husband, buy it for your brother, buy it for your coworkers, buy it for your best salespeople if you want to let them know the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.